And this is an old tradition. As a matter of fact, even though it's not done now, in the old shamanic tradition, it was forbidden for anyone to move forward to try and say, I'm looking for enlightenment, I'm going to save the world, I'm going to do all this stuff, before the person dealt with their own inner house. As dust gathers on the table, as fruit will rot, as rust will come on your car, it is a natural process of the world, of the universal order, to have corrosion, have entropy. Like Freud is talking about the thanatos instinct, which is also, a twin of the eros. In the spiritual community, only eros is of concern. They have not bothered to deal or integrate the thanatos aspect, which is the aspect that talks about also deconstruction, of letting go, of having less, of not being so damn acquisitive. This is also a Taoist understanding that has long since been thrown aside, especially in America. And the whole idea is that spirituality involves some sort of getting, some sort of increase, some sort of acquisitive drive. And this is tremendous materialism carried over into the spiritual, which has nothing to do with any of this. Now, on a psychological level, this becomes very, very dangerous, because the acquisitive mind that wants God, just like a rich man wants a Mercedes, then starts to be acquisitive. And this is a very pollutive way, a very violent self way. And this violence then becomes manifest outside. In the true shamanic system, it is about looking at who you are and facing the dark side, the Thanatos concept, and trying to process and integrate those aspects, which constitutes the true spirituality. Now, the world has not done this for many generations now, and therefore we're out of balance. And also, following on from what you've just said, my work tries to emphasize this simple fact, that the human being, if he was left to his own organic, natural nature, would very quickly be involved with truth and with morality, with virtue, and with enlightenment, very quickly. If we find that the human race is having lots of difficulty in that area, it is not because there's something missing in the motive, or that there's not enough passion there or desire. I mean, obviously that is there in all of us.
Yes.
It is something that is an impediment to that. If the hot air balloon is not rising into the sky, chances are you still haven't, taken out the ballast, or the thing is chained to the ground. So my sole agenda or action is to help people to see, look, don't expect this balloon to fly if that chain is still, locked to the earth. Find out what it is that is holding you back from your natural evolution. Remove that problem, and then automatically, without any effort, your evolution will take place. However, it's very difficult to now talk to this kind of materialistic, acquisitive mind about that kind of thing, because they've been trained out of this idea to see a thing as it really is, and to look at the dark side. They don't want to look at the dark side because the ego has many defenses, because the ego knows that it will lose its autonomy. The ego knows that it is painful, just like to put your fingers into a wound. It's kind of uncomfortable. So the ego then sets up many psychic defenses. And the defenses are also then manifested in the collective level, where you have the collective defenses. The collective doesn't want to look at its negative, so-called darker social side. But my whole point is that the contamination exists within the human psyche first. So until people take care of their own, it's the old story, until they take care of their own house, you can forget about having any positive change, and Bono can shake as many hands as he likes around the world, all the dignitaries, and, blinking Mandela can have many speeches, and we can get out there with our brooms and try to fix society, and you can have all sorts of political action and placards and green pieces and all this other nonsense, and not a single thing will get done, because man is toxic, and everything he touches is toxic. You can't clean a beautiful clean window with an oily rag and then say, I have a wonderful view of my garden. How come the window got so dirty? You are the one creating it.